Damn, Kendrick Lamar destroyed Drake's career. Did he really though? Drake is no stranger to controversy, and with this new beef that he has with Kendrick Lamar, Drake has been taking constant L's back to back, and there has been a lot of things being exposed about Drake, which shows him or paints him in a bad light. Being on the losing end, Drake has suffered tremendously due to the results of the battle and the information, whether it be false or true, and speculations that are flying around. At this time currently, it seems as if the culture itself is turning its back on Drake. The culture. But what culture? Mostly black culture. We are talking about the hardcore MCs, basically. The pioneers of hip-hop. The rappers that take the craft very seriously and are very lyrical and make sure that they pen their own shit and they don't need no help to write it. You know what I mean? Like, those rappers clearly knew about Drake from the get-go. Like, Drake has approached many artists in the past, and it has been alleged that Drake tries to use people to get lyrics from them. So he's basically trying to use people to get them to write the song for him. Drake is so known, they'll just have a song and be like, yo, I'll just send it to Drake, see if he'll take it. But anyway, being that Drake is not really like these other people that are really entrenched in the hood, or they're lyrically like talented and they just been like going through life, because when you like rapper or like even a white rapper, it's not even easy for you in America too. It's like you still gotta put in a lot of work. Drake is like basically saying I'm better than all of you guys, even though Drake doesn't really pen all his songs by himself, and sometimes he doesn't even pen the entire song. So this is where most people have an issue, and then Drake has a lot of other tendencies that we're seeing that's coming out, because now we're seeing the accusations where Drake is being accused of being a pedophile. He's being accused of liking young girls, even though he is almost 40, and the famous one where he is fucking everybody's bitches. So being that Drake is not really an official rapper like the rest of them, and he claims he's top 5, top 3, or even referring to top 1, everybody doesn't like Drake.
Whole city going crazy. Top 5, no debating. Top 5, but I'm top 2 and I'm not 2, and I got one. Thought you had one, but it's not one, nigga, no. And the whole city rave.
With this expose, Drake's musical arch nemesis from the Western Coast, Kendrick Lamar, has been calling Drake out ever since he met him.
Smoking on your top 5 tonight. Bitch, smoking on top 5s. Motherfuck that album, fuck that single, burn that hard drive. Burn that shit.
Who has also suffered an expose, but most of his allegations are being swept under the rug, and there is a clear cultural difference, or better yet, cultural acceptance in terms of the points of views and what is being alleged. And Kendrick, at the time of final song, received praises from most fans of hip-hop as they sided more with Kendrick. This all came as the accusations of being a predator, a pedophile, a weirdo, and a freaky-ass nigga was sticking with Drake. The Toronto rappers label also caught some heat, as Kendrick Lamar recommended that he change the name of his label from OVO to OVHOE, or OVHO, whichever way, as a disrespectful but clever way to say that everybody in OVO is a hoe. Drake being from Canada and partly Caucasian shows how much different he is from most of the rappers that are in the culture. One indicator would be as to Drake dating younger girls, even though some girls are of legal age, but definitely taboo here in America. You can't date girls that are too young, especially if you're a certain age. In certain foreign countries, they don't really care about the age as long as the girl is legal. No, in America, that's a no-no. And Drake, he messes with younger girls. And I think Drake is like 30-something or 40-something. Like 30-something, close to 40. Tag in the fact that there have been a couple videos circulating on the internet with videos with young girls and videos that are very, very questionable. Drake's defense in most of this would be that he is a mentor to most of these girls, even when they were younger. And in the Hard Part 6, he had a very bad response, I believe, where he was saying he was too famous to be doing this stuff, so he would have definitely got caught already. I beg to differ, because celebrities get away with this a lot. The narrative has given Kendrick the upper hand in the court of public opinion, as it was a turn of events as soon as Kendrick Lamar started to drop, because Drake in the beginning had the upper hand, as it seemed as if he was being bullyish, doing his classic, the back-to-back, the Drake special, but Kendrick hit him with the Kendrick special. And what is the Kendrick special? Back-to-back-to-back. As soon as you drop, right there, ready, another one. And I still got like 10 more ready for you, so you're not ready for me? Yeah, that's the Kendrick special. And it's funny enough because when Drake seemingly was on the high horse, Kendrick was casually in New York just doing pull-ups. Don't care, no F's given. Kendrick Lamar had leaked a song called 616 in LA. That song was filled with double entendres in the titles only, and it was a play on Drake's series of where he would say a certain time in a certain place, and he would do it like, say for instance, he'll probably say something like, say 7 p.m. in Calabasas, and he'll just make that a song. Kendrick Lamar did this in response to Drake, as Drake was leaking most of his diss tracks in the beginning, and then he would later put them on DSPs. Meet the Grahams was by far the most disrespectful diss track of them all, as Kendrick the Boogeyman took a stance where he would speak to Drake's family members personally and tell them how he is a piece of shit, only for the song to be a little bit discredited based on the fact that Kendrick had false information saying that Drake had an 11-year-old daughter, which was not true. Euphoria by Kendrick again was the most lyrical song of them all in terms of the entire beef. And Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, was the hit song of the entire beef. It surpassed all of the songs. It broke every record known to every rapper ever, like, from a single. Not Like Us was also Kendrick Lamar's first solo hit, and it might be the song of the summer.
I see dead people.
Say OV-ho. Say OV-ho.
After dropping 3 diss tracks and leaking another, it had been determined that Kendrick was the winner in the hearts and the minds of the core fans of hip-hop, because they knew no matter what Drake did, he was not going to be capable to come up with something to counteract what Kendrick was coming with, and he was not even prepared, as Kendrick was ready for his every move, and any shot that he would take, it seemed as if Kendrick already had made a diss track for Drake in response to whatever he was gonna make. It's crazy. Fans, however, did give Drake his flowers when it came on to Family Matters, as they saw that that song was a phenomenal song by Drake, as it brought out more of a grime side, but less of grime and more of Toronto rap or Toronto hip-hop, or whatever sound that you would associate with Canadian rappers. Accusations being thrown around, lies being thrown here and there, names being called, people accused of being moles, many of the things that were going on in the beef. But after Drake dropped the Hard Part 6 in a response to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, Drake's premises was trespassed on by an intruder, and that said intruder shot Drake's security guard at, I believe, early in the morning. And this would lead to similar events occurring the following day and 2 days after, as one suspect was arrested, one was detained, and I believe one was sent to a mental hospital. Or maybe the suspect that got detained got away, maybe. I'm not sure about that particular information. Due to all this attention Toronto was receiving from what was going on with Drake, the local news couldn't wait to capture what was going on so they could showcase it to the world to capitalize off the profits. So the helicopter from the local news was just looming over Drake's house for a couple days after the shooting, and they just stayed there, and Drake told them via Instagram, he posted, and he asked if they could give him a break because he would like to sleep. Now, somebody commented on how this shows, or it highlights, how Drake is very much different from those of us that live or grow up in the hood, because we have to get used to helicopters looming and soaring over us as we can do nothing but just watch and listen and ignore. But this comes as no surprise to me, as Kendrick Lamar's plot, or Kendrick Lamar's ideology or perspective has always been, you're not the best rapper alive, I am. You can't be the best rapper alive if you don't write your own rhymes. That's basically what Kendrick's been saying for a whole decade. And Kendrick Lamar has also been warning Drake, don't play with me, I could end your career. And I won't say he didn't, but he came very close to doing that. And you know, if Drake doesn't rap again, you could just say, yo, like, it's like he doesn't really have to. Like, his music will still sell, he'll be okay. Like, he could just wrap it up and leave the rap game. And I think the rap game will be okay, because Kendrick Lamar came out as the king. And that boy, Kung Fu Kenny, came to fight, and he was not gonna lose. And hence, after Kendrick Lamar was dubbed the winner of the greatest rap battle in hip-hop's history, in my next video, I'm gonna explain why Drake has always been bigger. Why has Drake always sold more records than Kendrick Lamar? What is going on with Drake? Why is everyone turning against him, for God's sake? Is Drake a fake? Is Drake a snake? Find out in my next video.